2 seasons ago, the Auburn Tigers and the University of South Carolina met in LaGrange, Georgia for the first round of the SELC Tournament. Today, that exact same thing, but not in LaGrange, Georgia. We're here in Auburn, Alabama, as the Tigers face off against the Gamecocks for a trip down to Jacksonville in the SELC Tournament. And folks, get your popcorn, get whatever you got to get, because this one is going to be a fun one. Noah Phillips, the man, talking to you. My partner is Carson Meyer. He's on camera and color commentary today, and we are going to have some fun, folks, as this is live on WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel, and I can barely contain my excitement. Carson, how are you today?
I'm doing good. A little bit more exciting now that we got some Auburn lacrosse to go with it, playoff lacrosse nonetheless.
Yes, it is, and both these teams fighting for an opportunity. Aiden Garrett down in the face-off circle for the Tigers. Referee's whistle and is picked up by him already. He's off to the races. He'll take some hits. He'll pass it on to Reese Phillips, and that one will go out of bounds. He took some damage while he passed it. It'll be South Carolina ball going the other way.
I'll tell you what, Noah, this camera, it's 4K camera?
4K camera. Hopefully everything looks okay on y'all's part. The sun is in our eyes a little bit here at the Auburn Sportsplex.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have squint lines after this game. I won't lie to you.
Matters, we're having fun.
It's all worth it in the end.
Number 8, Andrew Luff, will run inside. He'll take a hit. He'll go down 2, and that'll be picked up by South Carolina going the other way, but a flag is up. 14:27 left to go in the first quarter. We're still tied at 0.
Took a pretty hard hit there.
Yeah, he did.
Making his run.
I think that was one of the big reasons the penalty flag came out. It'll be a full 1-minute penalty on South Carolina. It'll be number 24, Nicholas Perrone, a junior out of East Lip, New York.
Take advantage of this early if you're Auburn. It's a gift from South Carolina.
50 to Clan Toblin. Start us off in the left alley, and you can hear how loud it is if we had a crowd mic. Now over number 8, Andrew Luff. He'll take it to over Reese Phillips. Back to the top, back to Reese Phillips in the right alley. Pass to number 22, Graham Young, as that one will go left. Auburn closest to it with 43 seconds left on the penalty clock. Auburn, huge momentum booster if they can score early on the power play. Toblin back to Luff, back to Phillips. Phillips takes a pass and goes back to the top for Luff. Over to number 27, Max Forsyth. Toblin, back to Forsyth. Over to the crease for Young, back to Forsyth, back to Toblin, who shoots, and that'll go off a stick and out. Auburn closest to it with 19 seconds left on the penalty clock.
I like the idea there from Auburn early. A good shot.
Now over to Phillips, back to the top of the key for Luff. Back to Phillips. He'll make a long pass as it'll go awry, and it'll be Gamecocks ball going the other way.
It's unfortunate not to come out of that with at least one more shot. Giving up possession there at the end of the penalty clock,
And by the time I finish up this sentence, that penalty clock will be expired, and we'll be back to even Stevens with 13:23 left to go. And Luff gets a hit in, but it'll be Gamecock ball going the other way. By the way, Auburn in the all-whites, South Carolina in the red jerseys and black helmets. Black accents as well for the Gamecocks today. Might be a little bit hotter in this sun today. It is starting to get back to hot Alabama weather. You can feel the water stick to you as South Carolina will run into the final third. That is number 29, Colin Jung, South Carolina in the X, looking for somewhere to go. He'll make a move. That's a pass inside. Dunk attempt is lost in translation as Greg Morgan picks that up after it comes off the stick of number 8, Thomas Albano. Dominic Canacarico makes a pass that just goes over the stick of number Auburn Tigers, as they will call Gamecock ball going the other way with 12:31 left to go here in the first quarter. Gamecocks get it into their attacking third. Back to Jung. Over about to the Auburn logo for South Carolina. Now they're in front of their own Auburn's bench. As this pass is inside, passes low, but it's off the leg of Craig Morgan. That's number 18, Ethan Puskisi, who will pick it up, and he'll pass it on after taking a hit as he'll get all the way into the attacking third. Long shot, and it's off the goalkeeper for South Carolina. That goalkeeper, by the way. Too many guys. White ball going the other way, as I believe that is a 13 for South Carolina. Colin Flynn, a junior out of Long Beach, New York, in the crease for the Gamecocks. 11:46 left to go in the first quarter.
Love that possession from Auburn, turning defense to offense, taking the game to South Carolina.
And I love the long shot. I don't think I've seen it a lot so far this year, but if you're going to try something, might as well be today. Max Forsyth from the logo. He'll make a run inside of the attacking third. He's got an opening. He'll shoot, and it'll be inside the crease, picked up by South Carolina.
It's a good shot and run there from Forsyth, challenging the South Carolina keeper early. Auburn doing a pretty good job.
Reminder for you folks, winner of this game plays Georgia Tech down in Jacksonville. They will join Florida State and the University of Florida down there in the semifinals of the SELC Tournament. This game does have some MCLA tournament stakes to it, as South Carolina will make a run inside, pass to the X now, as they'll go to the right alley for South Carolina. Number 16, Jaden Mullins. He'll make a pass as it'll stay in the X. 36 seconds on the game clock, 10:37 on the game clock, 33 on the shot clock, excuse me. Jack Slack's going to push a man down, and it's going to be Auburn ball going the other way.
It's a grown man play there from Slack in the X.
That is a weight room right there.
Yeah.
Man stronger than I am, know that for a fact. Most players, I'll say everybody on this field stronger than I am. DeClance Oberlin cannot get to this one. This one will produce a scrum. It's picked up by South Carolina in their defensive third. 10:15 left to go in the game. No score yet, and we're 5 minutes into this one. We've got ourselves a defensive classic so far. As this ball's on ground, he'll have to make a bounce pass, and it'll be South Carolina going the other way.
No score yet, but I have a feeling that once the ice is broken, once that first goal goes for either one of these teams, it's going to open up pretty quick.
South Carolina inside their attacking third. He'll take a shot. It'll go over the goal. That was number 3 for South Carolina, Connor Agan, graduate out of Atlanta, Georgia. South Carolina will make a run. He will go into the crease, pass out to the middle. Low shot will find a way. That is number 66, Nathan Wolf, a freshman out of Rexton, New York. Now make it 1-0. South Carolina strikes first blood.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a good play coming out of the X, switching play to the opposite side of the net, catching Auburn's defense a little bit off balance, and rewarded with a goal.
It'll be Aiden Garrett in the circle again for the Auburn Tigers. Was named Player of the Month this past month for his work in the face-off circle. He'll be facing off against number, trying to get a number, can't get it, as this one will be off to the races. Aiden Garrett will kick this one, and it'll be number 20, Luton Gorman. That'll be who faces off against Garrett today, as Auburn is going to win this face-off. They're off to the races here. Number 3, Casey Linchoni has it. He's looking to get across the midfield logo here, and it'll be Dominic Anacarico. He'll go down, he'll come back up, and he will be on his horse, folks. Dominic Anacarico, he'll take some punishment. He'll pass out to DeClance Oberlin. Now over number 3, Casey Linchoni. A low shot, penalty flag is also up in the air. There's the whistle. 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. It will be white ball. 30-second penalty here for number 13, Colin Flynn. The South Carolina penalty killers have already been successful one time today. That was on a full 1 minute. Now Auburn just has 30 seconds.
Use this as an opportunity here if you're Auburn. Just cycle the ball, get some shots on goal, challenge South Carolina's penalty killers, see if you can't put one in the back of the net.
Clarence Oberlin over to Max Forsyth, back to Toberlin. Now number 22, Graham Young in the middle, over to Andrew Luff. Still in the right alley now for Reese DePhillips, who will pass inside, and that'll be off his foot. and out of bounds. It will be South Carolina ball with 12 seconds on the penalty clock and 8 minutes and 41 seconds on the game clock.
Another penalty flag down. I have a feeling we might get to see the Auburn penalty killers here.
Yes, we might. 8 minutes, 32 seconds left to go here in period number 1. I apologize, folks. I messed up on the text files. That's why it was 1-1 Auburn instead of 1-0 South Carolina. It'll be a 30-second penalty on Auburn. Number 22, Graham Young, sophomore from Auburn, Alabama, will have the time in the sin bin.
I think the penalty box needs to be introduced in more sports. I really do.
It's just such a good concept.
It is. It's a great concept. I mean, you're telling me the NFL can't use that? NBA can't use that? They're throwing guys out for one technical. I mean, come on.
Make them serve a minute penalty. Make them 5-on-4 basketball. That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. That's the America I love.
South Carolina will spin and goes back to the left alley, now in the X for South Carolina. Gain line extended behind the back inside. Oh, my goodness there. Number 66, Nathan Wolf, goes behind the back and makes it 2-0 South Carolina with 8:15 left to go.
I mean, that's just a heck of a shot. That's one that'll certainly be on the highlight tape come Monday morning. Behind the back, I mean, it's hard to defend. Got to get one back here if you're Auburn.
Aiden Garrett back to the face-off circle as he will win another one here. 3 straight for the Tigers. Have not produced any goals yet, but they just have to keep playing their brand of offensive lacrosse.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to come. They've actually had a couple of promising possessions, a couple of good shots. The goals are going to come here. Have to hold your own on defense until they do.
Dominic Inacarico passes from the logo. Back to number 9, Jackson Derrick. Run in now for number 10, Jamie Maroney. He'll take a hit or two, but he'll get to the left alley. Now over to number 42, Ryan Como, over to Reese Phillips. Now over to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. He'll make a run inside. Passes back to number 5, Miles Lobato. He'll pass to number 10, Jamie Maroney. Back to Toblin, 7:22 left to go in this quarter, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Toblin, as he will lose that one, he'll have to box a man out, and Auburn is not going to be able to pick up this ball. South Carolina going the other way.
That one hurts if you're Auburn. Would have loved to have a good possession, at least get a shot off there if you're the Tigers.
As South Carolina will get into the attacking third. It is a bit all right. South Carolina at the top of the attacking third. Moves to his left. There's a shot that'll go over. It'll be South Carolina ball as they're closest to it. 46 on the shot clock, 6:36 on the game clock. South Carolina makes a move to his left. That is number 16, Jaden Martin. He'll get inside. Surprised we didn't get a step on the crease there, but this one is going to be locked down defender for Ethan Puskisi.
Step in the crease, Auburn really just lucky there to not concede a goal. Good defense from the keeper.
Number 24, Reese Phillips, will have it in the right alley, and I think Auburn is going to set some stuff up here. Now over to number 22, Graham Young. He'll spin to his right, but can't get it out inside. Now back to Max Forsyth. 5:32 left to go in this one. Passes over to Andrew Luff. Now over to Reese Phillips, who will shoot low, and that'll find its way in. Reese Phillips makes it 1-2. South Carolina still up.
Take that, right, Noah?
Yes, we will.
There you go. You're on the board.
Way. Huge there for Reese Phillips, number 24, sophomore out of Sugar Hill, Georgia. And that'll hit off the ground one time, then hit the back of the net.
big goal for the Tigers. Getting on the board here in this first quarter, you felt like the momentum was with South Carolina. That's a huge, huge play there for Auburn.
South Carolina, Aiden Garrett was going to pick this one up. It'll stay their ball. Another face-off win for number 13, Aiden Garrett, the sophomore from Pennsylvania. Casey Winshoney will be the one to take it across half field for the Tigers this time, as he'll pass over to Reese Phillips. 5:24 is all that's left here in the first quarter. Back to number 14, Solver Adams. As he'll go to his right side, passes back to DeClan Tobin. It's a little bit too high, but it'll be Ryan Como who comes in relief and catches it. Now we're back to number 55, Matthew Salvato. We'll look for somebody inside. Now it's back to the X for number 24, Reese Phillips. He'll shoot low, but it'll go left. Ryan Como closest to it. 4:50 left to go here in the first quarter.
Good shot there from DePhillips. Really like what I'm seeing so far from this Auburn Tiger offense.
Ryan Como will cut left, dunks it, and it'll be saved by South Carolina. Both these teams have had absolutely fantastic offensive possessions, and their defenses have also come up big for both these squads. They wouldn't be in this SELC tournament without it. South Carolina in their attacking third, that's number 32, Ashton Reich.
It's that 2-3 matchup too, so Auburn the host, Auburn the favorite, but South Carolina a 3 seed, certainly no easy task for the Tigers.
And a very, very impressive SELC North, as South Carolina will make the run inside in the left alley. South Carolina going around the bend. His shot is lost. His feet came out from under him, and Auburn now is going to make a run. That's number 45, Eamon Cummins. He'll pass it on to number 50, DeClan Tobin, with 3 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And Auburn's going to have a free possession as the penalty flag is up in the air. Number 8, Andrew Luff, back to number 27, Max Forsythe. Number 22, Graham Young now has it, and Auburn looks to set something up. Graham Young will make a move, and he'll get a little bit of freedom back to number 27, Max Forsythe. This one is on the ground. Look for somebody in the middle, but couldn't find anybody. Another penalty flag is up in the air with 3:18 left to go. DeClan Tobin makes a shot, and it's low. A referee's whistle will rule it dead. As we'll wait for their call.
I don't know what the flag is. I think it's going to be something in Auburn's favor, though.
I think it will be as well. I know there's some of y'all talking about a little bit of blurriness in our picture here, trying to figure out what that issue is. And again, feel free to put whatever you want in the chat. I'll try to read it.
Maybe not whatever you want.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Carson. Good point. But again, I try to read it when I can, and if there's anything I can fix in the moment, I do try to. I think that has fixed it at least a little bit in my picture. If something else needs fixing, please let me know. Or if you have any ideas for the stream, please let us know. This one may be my last one, may not be.
Can't think like that. Can't think like that.
Well,
it's not going to be the last one.
Well, I got to get – right now I may be taking the LSAT, maybe going to law school, Carson. So.
Well, that's a little rich for my blood, but you do you.
You don't think I could be a Carson?
Well,
Carson?
If you were a lawyer, it'd be nice. I could just tell people, call my lawyer.
It'd be a full minute penalty here for USC, as well as a 30-second penalty for them as well. Auburn currently 2 men up for 18 more seconds. As this ball is on the ground, it's going to result in USC picking it up and going the other way. As that ball is lost, it's picked up by number 8, Andrew Luff. 2 people are in front of him. He's got some more people with him, though, as DeClan Tobin will pass it to Reese Phillips, and that one will be lost. It's being fought for around the line, as it'll be a referee's whistle to decide it, as they will call it Red Way. South Carolina picks it up, as they'll be still a man down for 22 more seconds. 2 minutes and 33 seconds left on the game clock as USC gets it across half field. And we're back to even Stevens in 8 seconds. 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the game clock as well as USC of the South. I'm calling them USC.
Yeah.
I don't care. University of Southern California doesn't sound as good as University of South Carolina, as South Carolina will cut to their left side. That is number 91, Matthew Mazur, as he will shoot. And is it a score? Yes, it is. South Carolina makes it 3-1 here in the first quarter with just a minute and 59 seconds left to be played in it, just a hair under 2 minutes.
Be real nice to get this lead back to 1 if you're Auburn before the end of this first quarter. Go into the second quarter with some remnants of momentum.
Aiden Garrett and number 9, Landon Mirando, a sophomore out of Columbia, South Carolina. They will both go down for another one. Aiden Garrett has won every one of this game so far. Referee's whistle, and Aiden Garrett is going to pick it up and make a move. He'll pass it to number 3, Casey Lanchoni, and Aiden Garrett's going to get off with another win in his books. Minute 46 left to be played in this first quarter as the University of South Carolina leads by 2 here in the SELC South semifinal matchup. Adams gives it to number 10, Jamie Maroney. Back to Lobato. Back to Maroney. At the top of the key, he'll spin to his left. He'll take a couple hits, and he'll keep going. That shot is off of some bodies, I think, before he even got to the goalkeeper, and it's going to be picked up by the goalie in the crease. The referee's whistle will also rule it dead, as Miles went pretty hard in the paint for that ball.
Looks like he lost a cleat, maybe.
Oh, I think he did. I think you can, yeah. Had to retie it there, I think. Minute 14 left to go, 38 seconds on the shot clock. Noah Phillips and Carson Meyer, the 2 people talking to you. Our absolute privilege to be bringing y'all this game here at WEGL. Miles Lobato will run to his left to the alley, gets it to Ryan Como. He'll take a couple hits, but he's still on his feet. Minute left now. Back to DeClance Oberlin, 65 on the shot clock. Maroney over to Reese Phillips at the goal line extended. Maroney go to his left. He'll take a pick from Adams. Now to number 42, Ryan Como. That pass is awry with 42 seconds left, and number 24, Reese Phillips, is able to get to it. Phillips back to Adams, 34 seconds. He'll take a hit. He'll shoot. It'll go wide left. I believe Toblin will be closest to it.
Would have been real nice to find that one in the bottom corner of the net. It's a little bit wide.
That's a shot we've seen Adams take throughout the season. It's one that we both know he can make. Adams still on a knee here. Don't know exactly what the issue is, but we're going to take a few seconds, and we'll see you on the other side here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. The University of South Carolina leads 3-1 over the Auburn Tigers here in the SELC South quarterfinal matchup. Adams able to leave by his own power here. So good for him, good for the Auburn Tigers who need him today. It'll be Auburn ball in the left alley as Tobin will make a run down. He'll give it to Phillips. He'll make a run inside. He'll have to take a few hits. Now to the top, over to number 42, Ryan Como with South Carolina, steals it from him. 14 seconds, 12 seconds left on the game clock as they'll get it inside the attacking third. 5 seconds now, passes inside, behind the back is be no good, as that'll be how time expires here in the quarterfinals of the SELC tournament. We'll see you in a moment for quarter number 2 here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex here for quarter number 2 as South Carolina leads over the Auburn Tigers 3-1 here in the second quarter. Reminder that this second quarter is brought to you by, I cannot find my ad read. I have it in my notes, folks, I promise you, as it'll be a referee's whistle and it'll be rewarded to the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reminder, this quarter is brought to you by Mama Goldberg's Deli, now serving breakfast at all locations. We all know you got to have your mama's love. Now you can have it breakfast. South Carolina at the Auburn logo. Sorry for not being prepared, folks. Noah Phillips, the guy talking to you right now. Carson Meyer is also my color analyst and camera operator. That shot is going to go behind off the stick of Craig Morgan, and he's going to save it at the very last second.
We've seen this kid do some impressive things all season. That's definitely one of them. That's on the list.
And he was player of the week just a couple weeks ago, had a viral moment, had 3 saves with his chest a couple of games ago. Dominic Carrico is going to try to get that ball back, but it's going to go off the South Carolina shoulder.
Auburn got to get involved. An early goal here, I think, in this second quarter. Do a ton for their momentum, energy, everything heading in to the latter half of this game.
South Carolina at the top of their attacking third. There's the run-in over the right alley. 13:40 left to go in this second quarter. That's number 0, Casey Hurley. As he'll get a pass in the middle, inside around the crease. It'll find the top of the net. Casey Hurley, a junior from Waxhaw, North Carolina, makes it 4-1. South Carolina leads.
Tough one there for Auburn. Can't let this one get away from them. They'll have to stay in this game.
Change here in the face-off circle. It'll be number 6, Brooks Andrus, a junior from Florida, to take this one. Referee's whistle. No, not yet. Referee's whistle, and away we go. Brooks Andrus to take this one for the Tigers. It's off, and it'll continuously be run for, as this one is going to be picked up. Number 1, Jack Slack, a senior out of Maryland. As he'll run it into almost the attacking third. They'll have to wait and set something up, slow it down a little bit like a 80s wrestling match. Max Forsyth, a little bit above the logo. 13-11 left to be played in the second quarter. Number 22, Graham Young, is on a run. He's inside. He'll pass it back to Ryan Como, over to Toblin. Now to number 8, Andrew Luff, back to Forsyth. Forsyth in the alley. He'll make a long pass to Como, who will shoot. It'll go wide left. And Auburn closest to it with 45 on the shot clock. Fantastic shot. Fantastic look for Como.
Fantastic look. He was heavily defended, but one you definitely feel like he can put in the back of the net, especially with his skill set.
Ryan Como will take it from the X with 12:50 left to go in this second quarter. He'll take a big hit. He'll lose it, and they'll run for it. It's picked up by South Carolina, as it'll be red ball going the other way, as it'll be a referee's whistle, and they'll award it Whiteside. Auburn will keep it. Long pass inside is off the South Carolina stick and into the goalkeeper's mitt.
Good defense there from South Carolina. If you're Auburn, would love to see them start taking a little bit more care of the ball on these offensive possessions. They're a little more valuable than they're treating them as right now.
Thank you to everybody who's tuned into this one. Thank you as well to the people that have shown up today and given us a great crowd here as Auburn faces off against South Carolina. This pass will go awry, and it's going to wind up out of bounds. Yes, it will. 12 minutes on the dot left in the second quarter. It's Auburn's ball going the other way. Casey Linchoni makes a pass to number 21, Mikey Linchoni, brother to brother there. Mikey will run inside. Now it's back to number 55, other brother of this team, Matthias Lobato. He'll pass it to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. over number 5, Miles Labata, who's inside. A long pass over to number 50, Clarence Hoblin, as it'll go out of bounds.
A lot of turnovers here if you're Auburn. These last couple of possessions, not getting a ton of shots off. Take your time, I think, on the next one. Use up a little bit more of that shot clock. You're down here, but you're not out of this game. Still plenty of time.
South Carolina has done just such a great job of pressuring the Auburn Tigers into making passes that aren't perfect. That's what it's going to take to beat this South Carolina team. You're down by 3, and they're third in the North, but there's a reason for that. That North of the SELC is very, very impressive. South Carolina's in on goal. That shot is tied, and it'll be Connor Eggen, graduate from Atlanta, Georgia, makes it 5-1. South Carolina leads.
Tough look for the Tigers there. You got to stop the bleeding somehow here. Get something on the board.
The Auburn Tigers have lost 1 face-off so far in this matchup, and that has been way of referee decision. It'll be number 13, Aiden Garrett, back in for the Tigers. And it'll be, I believe, number 25, Jack Freeman. Or no, excuse me, number 5, Johnny Santon, in for South Carolina.
Yeah, there's the flag.
And it'll be a referee's flag. That'll end that one. And it'll be Auburn ball going the other way with 10:42. There'll also be a man-up. Have yet to score on a man-up opportunity.
Take advantage of this one. That was a pretty clear foul there. I mean, I never played lacrosse, but I know you can't do that. That's
yeah. I mean, that's kind of a all-sport thing. You can't do that. I believe it'll be a full minute. No, just a 30-second penalty.
I don't know about that one.
Number 17, Cade Lego, a junior out of Ohio.
2 shots on net here, and I'll be happy with this possession from Auburn.
Or just 1 goal.
Yeah, 1 goal, too. That works. That works.
Amy Maroney back out to Young. Luff. Toblin. Back to number 8, Andrew Luff, excuse me. To Phillips. Over number 50, Clone. That is number 22, Graham Young, who goes off 1 foot. Makes it 5-2. Auburn only trails by 3.
There you go, Noah. There's your 1 goal.
Yes, it is. And, you know, we're good.
Sweet. I stepped on our gaggle of cables here.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit worried. But Auburn scores.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
5-2 is now your score with 10:17 left to go in the second quarter. Aiden Garrett back in for the face-off. Huge opportunity here for the Tigers if they can just keep on winning these face-offs. Aiden Garrett. Referee's whistle, and away we go. Low man wins here as Aiden Garrett is going to get this one off, and it'll be number 1, Jack Slack, to carry it. He'll get across half field, and he's on his horse, folks. He'll get to the goal line extended and be forced to slow down. Auburn will look to set something up.
I like this. Didn't have the numbers. Slow it down, set something up. This is how your goal came just a couple of seconds ago.
And that pass to Jack Slack is just off of his stick. And Auburn is just a few inches on some of these passes away from this being a 5-5 game, or the way momentum works, probably like a 5-3 game. Auburn leads. Number 27, Max Forsythe. He'll get across into the attacking third. He'll pass it to number 22, Graham Young, as it'll be Ryan Coma who will pick it up, and it'll be going out of bounds, but there'll be 2 flags. It's Auburn's ball either way with 9 minutes and 20 seconds. I got to tell you, the way South Carolina has been y'all know what I mean. The physicality of South Carolina, while they've shown up today, they are got to be comfortable playing a man down, because we have seen a lot of yellow flags go up in the air today for the team out of Columbia.
Certainly. South Carolina definitely came into this one with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, if you will.
The actual university is in Columbia, right? I'm not crazy?
I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
good. It'll be number 32, Austin Reich, a junior, will serve a full minute in the sin bin here and the Tigers look to grab some of their some goals back here. Andrew Luff makes a shot that goes off, and it'll go way, way over, and it'll find its way out of bounds. Auburn's closest to it off the shot. And since it's such a small ball, I don't know if y'all could see it, but that one hit the goal and nearly hit the coaches on the other side.
I've got to interject here a little bit. KK McCrary just hit a walk-off grand slam for Auburn softball, her second walk-off home run of the weekend to take the series against Georgia. That is a massive, massive win.
That is a huge series win for the Tigers as well. The Clans Hogan will shoot, and that one is just a hair off into the goalkeeper there for South Carolina. 21 seconds left on the penalty clock for Auburn before we get back to even Stevens. As South Carolina, they'll say it went out of bounds. Auburn's ball going the other way. 8:32 left to go here in the second quarter. Auburn's got 13 seconds to score a man up. That is a referee's whistle.
I think Auburn retaliated a little bit there.
To be honest with you, I looked down at my notes and computer.
I caught the smallest whiff of it, the tail end of the action there. It looked like number 66 for South Carolina was getting a little bit handsy, and number 18 for Auburn retaliated a little bit. It's kind of like one of those situations where two kids are misbehaving and the teacher only catches one of them.
Could be, as the referees will talk it over. 7 seconds left on the penalty for South Carolina. 8:26 on the game clock. As looks like they'll have somebody else in a red jersey join the sin bin at the very least. That was Ethan Puskisi will also join the sin bin. And it'll be 2 1-minute penalties handed out on either side. So Auburn will be a man up for 7 seconds, and then we'll go back to even Stevens -1 for each for a full 53 seconds, if my math is correct.
Analytics major right there, folks.
Well, I'm also taking the GMAT, and that's the one part I can't seem to get. But it'll be Auburn's ball, as there's the referee's whistle, and Craig Morgan makes a long pass to number 8, Andrew Luff, as he runs inside the attacking third. There's your shot, and there's your goal. Andrew Luff puts it in the top of the net. 8:17 left. Auburn cuts the lead to 2. It's 5-3 here at the Auburn Sportsplex.
There you go. This is the Auburn you're more accustomed to seeing. It's fast-paced. It's electric, really, watching this team play the second quarter, first half of the second quarter.
And it was just a great pass to set that offensive possession up. Craig Morgan and number 8, Andrew Luff. 52 seconds on the penalty clock for both teams here, as it'll be number 13, Aiden Garrett, taking another face-off for the Tigers. 8:17 left again in this second quarter. It's a dogfight, folks.
That's what you came here for. It's the playoff mentality from both these teams.
Both these teams want to extend their season in the SELC, as Aiden Garrett will pick this one up, and he's on a run, as it'll be past the number 24, Reese Phillips. Dominic Anacarico will pass it and run off, as it'll be a timeout on the Auburn side, I think. Either way, it's a timeout, and we'll take one with them. We'll be back in a moment here with 8:06 left on the clock in the second quarter. Hello and welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex SELC Tournament action here as Auburn faces off against South Carolina. Auburn trails by 2, but they've been on the comeback. Scored the last 2 and just won another face-off. Aiden Garrett, as a matter of fact, just won another one as they will have the ball. Both teams currently a man down. 41 more seconds of that. 8 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the second quarter as well.
I had a mosquito on my finger, Noah. It's freaking out a little bit.
Well, see, we also have a bee up here, and I got worried you got stung.
No.
I didn't want to have to deal with that. Matthews Lobato will make a run inside the attacking third. Reese to Phillips, he'll pass it to him. He'll make a fake pass and continue to go around the bend. Miles Lobato now from the top of the key. He'll receive a pick, and he'll go to his left side. He's in on goal. There's your shot, and that one is going to go off a stick and go the other way. It's picked up by the boys in red as they'll make a run.
That one was an Auburn bounce away from cutting this deficit to 1.
7:31 left to go here in the second quarter. 2 seconds, 1 second left on the penalty clock as we're back to even Stevens, or back to normal. As this shot goes high, South Carolina scores another one. I think that is number 27, Anthony Ramono, a senior out of Piedmont, South Carolina, makes it 6-3 here at the Auburn Sportsplex.
That one's on the Auburn defense more than anything else to me. Can't let somebody get a wide open windup on your goalie like that.
Aiden Garrett. I believe Auburn has only lost 1 face-off, and that was really due to the referee decision. Aiden Garrett will go down again for the Tigers. They'll be up against number 5, Johnny Stanton. As this one will be won by Stanton. He'll get on a run. He'll pass off. This one will go to the other side. That shot is low and inside the back of the net. I think it went through Craig Morgan. Yes, it did. 7 minutes, 13 seconds. That's 7-3, South Carolina.
Unfortunate last 30 seconds, really, for Auburn. They've dominated this first half of the second quarter here. Would have been really nice to keep your foot on the gas, cut the deficit to 1. Now it's back to 4. Need to find something here if you're Auburn pretty quick. Got to get this down to manageable by halftime.
Yes, you do, and right there, how about a win by referee's decision on the face-off as Auburn will pick this one up just in front of their own attacking third. Shout out to the women's